almost forgot.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my.
Definitely can tell it's been a while.
Well, welcome on the Soulz podcast.
Hello, everyone.
Soulz Files tonight. The Soulz Files.
It has
You can tell
been.
we haven't been on in a week there. I forgot to do it last second. I was like running to.
Oh man, the audio started playing, the intro started playing, and all of a sudden we heard it from my dad's computer. I'm like, why are we hearing it from your computer and not in our headphones? So
yes,
hopefully
that was weird.
Hopefully everything's good. It was main stereo, correct? Is what you changed the audio to?
On the on the settings.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. Audio where? Oh, on the. Oh shit.
You didn't, did you?
I don't know. Hold on a second. Can everybody hear me?
Oh, they can hear us no matter what.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to get into here.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, stop. Audio. Yep, it's on main stereo.
Okay, so we did sounded good. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making
It's all
sure.
good. That's
I was
already
making
on there.
sure because we could hear us no matter what, but then we sound like crap because the microphones are through our computers.
Yes.
Oh, no, it was a little hectic right here just the past 2 minutes. We're finishing up getting our raffle stuff. We have
I
raffles.
totally forgot about doing this.
Yep.
Oh man, I don't think anybody wants to add them on the same line.
So he's gonna be doing the raffle stuff while I kind of say hello to everybody. First today was laser. I don't know. I don't know.
It was Jess.
Nope, it was not. I do not know how to say. What is your name? I would love to call you by your name, and Lazarus Corp. And it's a username, but hello. I have a lot of personal articles that belong to the Phelps and Norton, or belong to Phelps and Norton. I have visited Windyville and the cabin site and been in contact with family, friends, and neighbors of the two. Wow, well, you'll enjoy this episode. Jess said, boo. Hello, Jess Perez.
I didn't see that was before the show started.
Yep. Sarah from ESPN Paranormal Couple.
ESP.
Hello. Mama Drews said hello, everybody. Hello, Mama Drews. I think, hold on. Lazarus. Okay. Perfect. I'll call you Lazarus. I gotta get back up. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta find him, I think. Lazarus said, I've spoken with one of the murders mentioned today, Timothy Norton. That's amazing. Also interviewed family, friends, and neighbors of these two. Got some cookware from the cabin as well. That is the most randomest thing, but
it's a little strange.
It's a little strange,
I
but
don't know if I would want any
fascinating.
cookware from
Kinda
that
fascinating.
cabinet. Yeah. I don't know if I would want any of that. I don't know.
Yes. It's so much worse than they let out. Yeah. So how this is gonna run, Lasers? I've never seen you on here. I basically do all the research text wise, of like what police reports say, what the initial things of like what you can kind of read, and then my dad over there will actually watch documentaries and get all the info that people don't say out to the public, but they do in these little interviews. So we kind of go back. We do two different types of researches. So we've already kind of talked, and there's some things that he's already mentioned to me that I did not find in my readings. So yeah. Let's see. There's a lot of weird coincidences between Phelps and Dahmer too. Both spent time at Fort Leonard Wood, and and both were stationed. Oh wow, in Germany. Wow.
I saw that comment, but no one ever said anything when they were doing the backgrounds of them. That no one said that they were all in. Well, they said they were in the military, so they didn't go into their military background.
Yeah,
so
that
could be true.
Hey, you never know if they cross paths and talk to each other. You never know.
Yeah.
Said Norton was only stationed at the same base as Charles. He also got in trouble for some crimes there while serving at the same rank while he was in the Marines. There's just a ton of weirdness around the whole thing. Yes. Spooky Dookie said, howdy, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hello, Dukers. Natalie said, hey, everybody. Hello. Charlotte's on here. Hello. Laura, I knew they were going to be on here tonight because this is the one they recommended this to us. Because I have a list over here about a bunch of true crimes that we are getting through. And we just added one today. Let's see. Lazarus said there's a bed and breakfast in Windyville, the Windyville General Store. If anyone gets curious, the owners give free tours. Mm-hmm. Laura and Eric know all about the general store. Lazarus said she took me down to the cabin when I went last Halloween. Wow. Yeah, they're a lot. They're linked more than you would probably think. Bella said hi. Hello.
What's up, Bella?
Yes. Patriot said, yes, we do. Just put out crazy ass video on the general store in Windyville. Everyone go follow Patriot and watch their YouTube video. It's amazing. We love Patriot and all they put out. Teresa Heckenlip. I'm going to be honest. I'm awful with names. I am just going to say your first name, Teresa. Hello, Teresa. How are you?
Where am I at?
I don't know. There's a lot in here. There's a lot of comments and I'm just trying to go through them.
Well, don't read this. Just say hi to some of them.
Yeah, I am.
They're going to be.
I am. I'm just. Hey, mister. Hey. I'm doing it. You keep doing that thing. Don't mind me over here.
You do that thing. I do this thing. I'm not ignoring everybody. I'm just trying to get this raffle in the spin wheel here. All these names.
Susan said hello.
What's up, Susan?
Stevie said hello from the ham dinner table. Hello. Let's see. Everyone's saying, Terry Mosby. The Terry Mosby is in the house. Hello, Terry. Hello. Yes, Patriot gets gold stars for being here on time. And Eric, of course, is here as well. Hello, Eric.
Why am I not?
Lodi is here. Hello. Mickey said, hi, kids. Hello. There is so many people. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. So now I'm trying to just go down the list. If you guys are pizza, someone said pizza party. Brandy Tata is on here. Hello.
If Madison misses you, that's not her normal job anymore. So.
Kathy said hello.
Which means Kathy also and
Amelita. Hello.
Hopefully on the big screen tonight.
Hopefully. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. You guys should have talked to Katie, the owner of the general store, very knowledgeable about all of it. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if she's talking to us or somebody else. But everyone's talking about pizza, Jack's Pizza, and everything like that. That is
pizza.
I don't know where that conversation came from. Holy crap, there were so many comments. And everyone's saying hello to everybody, which is great. We love it. We love you guys talking with each other. But if we miss anything, sorry. That's usually not my job. And also as well, when there's a lot of comments, sometimes we get lost and sometimes, which is okay. You guys are on here. We hope that you guys interact with each other, everything like that. But yeah, we just sometimes we might miss it, but we'll try our best. And if it's really important just for everybody and for this going forward, anything, if there is something that you really like, you put in the comment section and like we read before and after or whatever, we miss it. It's not on purpose. Don't mean to. If you really do want us to like talk about it or have a conversation about it, we are more welcome, like message us or anything like that. And we will obviously talk about it, or we'll talk about it and then we'll talk about it, bring it up the next podcast.
And if we miss your comment, we're not trying to. We're not ignoring you or anything. So conversations does get going, and we do miss out on certain things and everything like that. Like.
Haunted Commercial Hotel.
Hello, Haunted Commercial Hotel. Hello, Angela Harper.
Someone said, hey, Rob. Hi, Rob. I don't know where that's at, but hello.
Laura said, hi, Rob.
Yes. Okay.
Rob
from, I'm guessing that's Rob from Commercial Hotel. That's who's on through Haunted Commercial. Okay.
Yes.
Hello, Rob.
Hello, Rob.
I just caught a commercial hotel and I was like, oh, there's Rob.
Come on. I'm almost done with this.
Oh, gosh, Lee. It's been a week or over a week since we last saw you guys. Yeah, it was Cinco de Mayo last week. And
Madison want to go out and get drunk.
No, I didn't plan on having any plans. I was planning on just being here at home. But we were like, how many people are actually going to sit here and watch us on Cinco de Mayo? Everyone's going to be having dinner and, you know, going out. So we thought we'll just take a week off. It's like it's a holiday. So we'll take it off. And then we'll come back. And that way we really wanted to do research on this. And it just last week got all of a sudden it was Sunday and I was like, holy crap. So we decided not to do it. And then, Ducky is on.
Ducky, where have you been, my brother?
Oh, hold on. Where's he at? Hello, Ducky.
Missed you, Ducky.
Missed you, Ducky. But and then my friends were like Monday at the gym. I was going with my best friend, and she's like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I was like, we don't have podcasts. I was like, because it's Cinco de Mayo. She goes, oh my gosh, it's Cinco de Mayo. I forgot. You know, my Guatemalan friend, you know, forgot Cinco de Mayo.
Oh my God.
And, you know, she's, you know, Hispanic and she forgot Cinco de Mayo. So she was like, well, we got a bunch of her coworkers and we went out for Mexican and it was fun. But yeah, we just thought take last week off. And so it's definitely weird getting in the end of the back of the swing of things for sure. But FDS said, miss you all too. Been MIA, going through it, LMAO. Hey, we're always here for you. We understand. It's all good. Life sucks right now for a lot of people. And this goes for everybody. Hope everything is well, mentally, physically, health-wise, family-wise, friendship-wise. I know it's rough out there right now. Times are tough. And we love you all for here from Haunted Soulz Paranormal.
Yeah. Brandon, we need to talk because we want to we have a project on the table.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it with some affiliates and everything. That we haven't really Haunted Soulz has really never put out a YouTube
like a YouTube video.
Like a video or like a little short movie.
Yeah.
We've never done that. We've always gone with me going to events and word of mouth to get our names out and everything. And I understand the everybody's struggling with money right now. The economy is like
hard.
And paranormal's getting hit hard. It's getting hit with, I see more and more, even property owners are seeing this.
Yep.
I've talked to like Cassidy at Ray County. I talked to certain other people and in other states, and it sucks all around.
Paranormal's the money you spend when you have
I don't know if it's because it's not on TV as much anymore, or the economy is such a high thing and gas is almost $5 a gallon. Jeez. Which, you know, is crazy because you do have to travel to these places and stuff like that. But we thought maybe it'd be an idea, is that we're actually going to put out a movie or a video. And I need Ducky and Tim. I need you guys to video. We're going to do this project and we're going to have some affiliates with us, and we're actually going to investigate. You'll see like how we investigate, so you'll know what to expect if you come to an event, and you know, you'll see behind how fun we are and all of our associates and everything and stuff. So you'll see like behind the scenes and how an event goes and stuff like that, and or how an investigation event goes and how we act and the lovely fluff that we mix with things. But that is kind of like on the project to see. So
yeah,
and maybe to get it out there and maybe get a little bit more advertisement for us. Yeah. And we all like you guys to come on here and share our videos, share our advertisements. We do have trivia night coming up July 11th.
A normal trivia night,
which is normal. Please tell everybody, because that's the name. That's the topic going around right now. Is I'm getting messages as, oh, is trivia just about paranormal? No. It's a normal trivia. It's just
we'll have like
being ran by paranormal people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But
hello, Papa Jers. He just popped in.
Hello,
Papa Jers.
So yeah, we want to get together and, you know, we want to put something together. So that's the project that we have online. Yeah. probably going to shoot for June, maybe, the film after MSP, because we do have a pretty good break there that we're not doing nothing. So it's whether to get the Patriot Paranormal schedule. We all have to go off
they don't have a break.
Yeah, because they never have a break. Poor Eric.
Poor Eric. Oh, never has a break. And oh man.
All right. Well, let's get the night started. Sorry about all that dragging out.
No. It's all good.
I think this show is going to be a two-parter.
I feel like
once we get into this and we deep dive into this, you'll see.
And I have a feeling that Lazarus is going to say a couple things that we're like, okay, now we need to go back and.
Which it might mean the trip to Wendyville to even actually do it ourselves before we come back with the second one.
Yeah,
but
maybe talk to some people. Maybe we might have to do that.
Yes. So,
do you want to do
first? Yeah, we want to do this.
Do you want to do trivia first? That way.
Do you want
the trivia? Raffle.
No, let's do this first.
Okay. Well, everybody, hold on.
What did you do there?
Today in history.
Yes, today in history, which is May 12th.
May 12th. 2026.
Major historical events. The infamous Donner Party expedition left Independence, Missouri, beginning the journey that would later turn into one of the darkest survival stories in American history. I'll save that one for paranormal. In 2008, a devastating 7.9 earthquake struck Sichuan, China, killing or leaving missing more than 87,000 people.
Wow.
One of the most deadliest earthquakes of the 21st century. And in 2017, the worldwide WannaCry ransomware attack began, infecting hundreds of thousands of computers across the globe.
I think our HR person needs to be on a back burner because he just said, okay, everyone get your paper and pencils. It's quiz time. Oh, man.
His quiz is coming up.
Oh, man. Jesus. Anyways, continue, Dad. You're good.
So, famous deaths on May 12th was William M. Tweed. Apparently, not a lot of people died on this day. Infamous Boss Tweed of New York political corruption fame. Ed Martin, former world colored heavyweight champion. The paranormal and creepy. Oh, birthdays. Sorry, I also missed. Famous birthdays today. Tony Hawk's birthday is today. Ooh. Famous skateboarder George Carlin's birthday is today. Rami Malek from who played Beyond Bohemian Rhapsody.
What? Bohemian Rhapsody? Bohemian Rhapsody.
His birthday is Emilio Estevez from Breakfast Club and Young Guns and the Mighty Ducks.
Ooh.
Steve Winwood sung the song Higher Love. is born. Vin Rhames, known for Pulp Fiction and Mission Impossible. Katharine Hepburn. Birthday is today. She's passed away. Billy Duffy, from the rock band The Colts. Florence Nightingale. Yogi Berra. Gabriel Byrne was also an actor known for The Usual Suspects and supernatural thriller roles. And I am not even going. This is an influential spiritual thinker, often discussed at metaphysical and paranormal circles. Jiddu Krishnamurti.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Wow.
But
spiritual.
And then the paranormal thing real quick was the Lindbergh baby case. The discovery of Charles Lindbergh Jr.'s body on May 12th, 1932, later fueled decades of conspiracy theories, paranormal rumors, and ghost stories surrounding the Lindbergh estate in the woods where the child was found. Some paranormal investigators claimed the reports of a childlike cries and strange EVP recordings near the area. And the other second biggest thing is the earthquake. After the massive earthquake, many survivors reported eerie phenomenons, phantom screams in collapsed schools, shadow figures in ruined villages, and stories of spirits appearing before rescue crews. Wow. Chinese paranormal forums exploded with stories of hauntings tied to the disaster.
Ooh. And of course, my little segment that I made my segment and didn't ask Dad. The true crime segment today in history. This one hits close to home too. On May 12th, 1990, 4 teenage girls in St. Louis, Julie Carey, Robin Carey, Lisa Vanderveen, and Teresa Kreider were murdered in a vacant apartment in St. Louis. The case became one of Missouri's infamous unsolved mass murders, and for years, eventually DNA evidence linked the killings to a serial killer, Murray Travis. Years later, and the brutality of the crime shocked the region and is still heavily discussed in Missouri's true crime circles. That happened on today in 1990.
1990. All right.
1990.
Let's get to, so that's
Today in history.
I think, okay.
we're going to have a podcast with just talking in that voice all by itself.
Wait, hold on, because every time I did it, this is what it
sounds. And I can't stop laughing.
it's so funny. It makes me giggle every single time.
Well, happy birthday, Charlotte.
Happy birthday, Charlotte.
Early birthday.
Early birthday. So do we want to do
all right, so we
raffle?
had the raffle for the last 2
Yes.
pairs of tickets to MSP.
Yes.
And everything. So we're going to do that. So I'm gonna everybody here. I'm going to spin. And it is
Who wins 2?
Matthew Skinner.
Woo! Don't know if you're on here, Matthew, but congratulations. You just won 2 tickets to MSP
Yeah.
and a session in the gas chamber. Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Congrats. Which sadly means now that the raffle is over.
Yes.
And you can no longer get the raffle tickets, but hey, guess what? There are still tickets to MSP left. So if you are bummed that you didn't get it and you really wanted to go, don't hesitate. They are only $75.
Yep. You could be like Ashley Cavins that just bought 2 tickets.
Yep, exactly.
To MSP.
Oh, wow. Yes. So
Yes.
MSP is over. It is done. I am literally going to
Go to what?
I'm going to, you cannot get any tickets. The tickets is off of there, so you can't even buy a ticket going there. But
we're doing early birthdays. If we're doing early birthdays, then I want to say happy birthday to Lodi. Hers is on Friday.
yes, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all of you.
Happy birthday,
Happy
to
birthday
you.
to all of you.
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Who are you trying to sing like?
No one,
Who
me.
was
I'm
that?
unique. I'm unique, and I'm only trying to sing like me. Okay.
All righty.
Alrighty. So
Let's jump into this.
yes. Before we start, there was a
Oh.
comment that's no longer there anymore. But I now, because of that comment, I have to put this up, and I will be reading this every single true crime episode. Before we begin, we want to make it clear, and this episode is based on research and information we have personally gathered and interpreted. I can never say that word. Interpreted. Thank you. We are not law enforcement, investigators, forensic experts, or professional journalists. And true crime is not our full-time job. We do not spend 8 hours a day researching these cases, and we understand that many people have done much deeper dives, conducted personal interviews, and uncovered additional details and informed their own opinions and theories. Every case has multiple perspectives, conflicting information, and different interpretations. This episode is simply our retelling and understanding of the case based on the research we have reviewed. We respect the work of those who dedicate extensive time to researching this tragedy, and we encourage listeners to continue exploring information and form their own conclusions as well. Thank you. That is from HSP.
Yes. And
Yes.
there is some gruesome things on this conversation that talk about certain things. So
Yes.
if you are,
It's true crime. It's a gruesome one.
yeah,
We don't
it's
pick light
gruesome.
ones here.
We don't, trigger. Don't take it out on us. We're just trying to lay down all the facts. There is no pictures. Don't worry. We
Nope.
have no gruesome pictures. We have
Nope.
pictures of certain things, but nothing dead, nothing, anything like that.
We don't put any crime scene photos on here. We don't.
Yes,
Nothing.
we don't do none of that.
Nope.
Well, I mean, it could be a crime scene photo. It's a picture of the land.
Well,
so,
yeah,
I mean,
but like we don't
but
have
not
any
no
bodies,
gruesome. Yeah, we have no
blood,
body,
anything
no.
because we said this last
What's
time.
up, Lauren?
I don't know the restrictions on YouTube for that, so I'm not even going to try. Lauren said, Spooky said, I'll have to ask my mom if I can watch this.
Well, she's on here, so she can give you a yes or no.
No blood and guts.
No blood and guts.
That is on your own time. You are more than welcome to look it up.
You can go search it all you want.
Yes. And again, this is just us, what we gathered.
All right, we're about to get into this, and I got one thing to say.
What?
What the fuck is going on around Windyville?
And Windyville is not that far away from us.
What? Okay, so we are connected into this case in a way. Do you remember about 2 years ago when we were doing our podcast? The lady reached out to us and was like, "Hey, I got this place. It's in this town called Windyville, and it's a grocery store, and they have a bed and breakfast." And I called them up, and I called the lady that owned it, and she said her kids owned the B&B that they were in the process.
Yes.
And we were going to go up there and investigate because they say that Windyville is
haunted.
So,
and I wonder why.
They have there's rumors that a horseman walks in the cemetery.
Yeah.
And Windyville's only 53 people.
I remember her talking, I remember you talking about all the different things of why it could be what.
Yeah. I mean, they had a report that there's a little girl that stands outside of the general store.
Yeah.
And cars pass and see her at nighttime or something. It could be a little boy. I'm not sure. But I mean, the town has the general store, then it has Moon Valley Road.
Yep.
And it has a metaphysical college, not even a mile from Windyville, or 2 miles.
Yep.
And she was telling me all this stuff, and she's like, and I was telling the lady, and she was like, "Oh yeah, if you don't remember she said her name, Cassidy Rainwater," and I was like, I couldn't remember if they found her and this and this, and she was murdered up there and stuff like that. That's 2 miles from the general store, or up the road.
I remember her talking about it.
And I was like, "Oh, can you see it?" And she's like, "No, it's all burnt down. It's just property now and stuff." But she's like, "You can come out and investigate the general store."
I remember.
Well, things happen, and we never made it out there and stuff. So while we were doing this, I was like, "Wait a minute, this sounds familiar." And I was like, "Oh, I know this thing." Yeah. I'm like, "We actually did it." And it's just it's funny because when people describe Windyville, it's a crossroads. Mm-hmm. It's a town with crossroads. That's about it.
Yep.
And they have a general store that has a B&B.
Yep.
And then they have the cannery, which is the red building across the street. And then that was pretty much it.
And the houses.
and then some houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what the fuck is going on?
When
we get into this,
okay, as a true crime person, I have never heard of this.
This is so weird. I mean,
thank you, Laura, for mentioning this.
Possibilities that some of the stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. And like I said, we might need a second thing. The possibilities and connections to other murders and other people unaliving themselves and all this stuff in the past.
We might just need to do an episode on Windyville.
That's crazy. It's
crazy. And again, the way we do our kind of true crime episode. What was that?
I don't know.
It sounded like something. Did you hear that? Ding, 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 ding. That's not. I don't. That wasn't my phone. Oh. Sold some tickets. But so how this goes is I look up police reports, news reports, everything.
Well, hello, thank you, Mama Drews.
I look up mainly the text research that you can find. And I do all that on like a paper research almost. And then my dad, he doesn't like reading. It bores him, so he watches all of the I
fall asleep.
He watches all the interviews, documentaries, other people's videos, and kind of grabs all that information and brings that to the table. So there's two different aspects that we bring. Or there's two different types that we bring to the table. So there is plenty. I mean, again, like I said, we don't spend a lot of time, tons of hours a day researching. And this case is very much one of the things that we might miss things, or there's things that's well, this happened, this happened, this happened. So that's not really accurate. We don't mind having a conversation about it. I don't mind being oh, well, that's interesting. But don't get butthurt if we do say something that is not correct or if it's been proven wrong with this type of research that we did not find. But so what's going to happen is I'm going to go kind of through the basic story and kind of things that I found in text, and my dad's going to come in with things that either proved it wrong or that I did not catch in my readings. So let's first start off with the main woman. Her name was Cassidy Rainwater. Her family described her as a outgoing personality, loving mother. She was mother to 6 children. And she was someone who life was hitting her hard, and there had been people, there's an interview online that actually her friend said that they had just had a conversation that she was trying to rebuild her life, that she's ready to get her life and be stable. And she was trying to rebuild stability in her life after struggles. She's 33 years old, and she's from Lebanon, Dallas County area in Missouri. So she's from Missouri, everything like that. So where's my thing? There we go. I was trying to find it. So she had been staying temporarily with people who she knew while trying to get back on her feet, as people said. And she would be in contact with people, in her life. And in summer of 2021, Cassidy Rainwater was staying at a rural property in Dallas County, Missouri. She was living with James Phelps and Timothy Norton. I'm going to show you a photo of these 2 men. So James is on the left. Timothy is on the right, I believe. If I messed that up, I'm so sorry.
Phelps is on the left.
Yeah, James. So James is on the left. Timothy is on the right. I think I said that. So Cassidy met James. So this is what they said. That Cassidy met James and Timothy through social media and personal connections. That is what they said. Now, what they made it sound like was that she was just housing with them, that she knew him from friends. And that it was like, oh, they've known each other for a couple years and whatever. But that's not what you found out.
No, Cassidy's known them for a while.
Yeah.
There is a lot of past, her grandfather's property is butts up to the Phelps cabin, the property up there on Moon Valley Road.
Okay.
And stuff. So
yeah.
But the property is owned by a guy named John.
Not even
John. Well,
Phelps.
They don't. And then I know Lazarus said something about looking up that Amber Vance. I did watch all 3 of her videos, and this is where I'm getting most of my stuff from, is hers, because she seemed very legit. Yes. And looked like she was, doing a lot of research on it. So she's a lot of my stuff,
8 hours a day researching.
Yeah, I've done a lot. I've been following a lot of her stuff and everything. So and I've watched her videos, and this is where I've gone down this rabbit hole on this whole Windyville and the surrounding area. But apparently, yeah, she had been known for a while. The family has known the Phelps and stuff for a while.
And they didn't make it seem like that when you're reading it. It made it seem like they were like, oh, friends, they just had connections, whatever. Yeah. They didn't really say that they had been, their families had been in relations with each other and everything like that. But so right then and there, it gets a little sus. So investigators described the situation as unstable and exploitive. When Cassidy depended on them for housing at the time. Again, her friend, I can't remember the name, it's online. He basically said that at the time that he talked to her, it was almost like she was homeless. That's the way he described. And it kind of piqued my interest because they talked briefly before she passed. And he's like, the way she was trying to come off is that she was okay, and he knew she wasn't okay. And at that point, he was like, it was like she was homeless. And a friend even offered her, I'll buy you a place. I'll get you a place. I'll let you stay somewhere, blah, blah, blah. And
well, it was even known that, come to find out also, that her ex-husband, the father of her first child, because she had 6 kids.
Yes.
So the father of her first child told her, even called her and talked to her and said, hey, come up to Kansas City,
Yes.
get your, we'll get your things right, and you can come up here and everything.
I think it was the same dude, but they said friends.
Yeah.
I don't think he wanted to say ex-husband.
Yeah,
on the
he
news.
said, come on up and
yeah,
and we'll get you right and everything and
come to
stuff
Kansas
like
City.
that. Right.
Yep. And he publicly said that on the news too. That he talked to her and he was like, I didn't feel like it was okay, but she kept playing it off like it was. So this is the property that they were currently in. The cabin is the bigger building. Is a little cabin. And then there's a shed, of course, and that's the property. There's nothing like there's not a lot of photos of like inside, outside, anything like that. And we'll get to it. Reason why. So days before the appearance, late July 2021, based on digital records and witnesses' statements, again, that's what I do, the digital records, statements, Cassidy was in contact with acquaintances and families inconsistently. So they said that she would talk a couple of weeks in a row, and then all of a sudden, like, it would go by a month, and then they wouldn't talk. Like, it was very, with her kids as well, it was just very inconsistent. Her communication suddenly stopped sometime in late July of 2021. No confirmed public sightings of her after this period. Now, this is where, again, don't know. This is where people, witnesses, and they write it down, everything like that. So the last public sighting that they say that she was, that investigators traced parts of Cassidy's last known activity in late July 2021, period. During that time, she was known to visit or be around a local general store and convenience type store in rural Dallas County. I don't know where the general store, Windyville General Store is, but if it's in Dallas County, then
yeah, it's right down the street.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that is where she was. That's what they said that she was last publicly seen. And this was important because it helped establish her final confirmed movements in public and narrowed the timeline of when she disappeared from contact. So based on FBI cyber tip, forensic evidence, and plea agreements, this is the sequence that they believed happened. Now, the thing is it gets kind of inconsistent. There was like a first initial, then there wasn't. So it gets kind of messy a little bit. But the first stage was the restriction of freedom. So Cassidy was held at the property. Investigators say that she was physically restrained at times. The evidence included images showing her confined in a cage-like structure, which is this. This is where they said that she was held in the cage. Laser said Windyville General Store isn't a general store, so she wasn't.
Yeah, we were talking about that store. We were just talking in general. We knew that store wasn't open.
Wasn't eventually really open. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Just
I was
keep
like,
going.
okay.
I'll get, if
Okay.
it's, I've been,
Okay.
Jesus.
So that's the cage that they said that she was held captive in. So next was the assault and control period. Prosecutors stated that she was subjected to violence, abuse, and control. And the suspects maintained dominance over her using confinement and threats. So at this time, she's being held in this cage, and they're saying it's against her will.
I was letting you do it before I did it. Okay,
Okay.
so you want
Yeah.
no, come to find out now. Now when we come to find out more research and stuff, she wasn't held against her will. She wasn't even kidnapped.
Yep.
He picked her up. And there is documents that I'll show you later after text messages between Tim and James about how things they were talking about Cassie for a year, and that they picked her up. She picked him up. James picked her up numerous times and took her, and she'd been to the house numerous times. She'd been to the house with her son. She's been, so she's been back and forth to that cabin,
Yeah.
and staying and off and on and stuff. And it's all because of insinuating that this is a huge drug area.
Mm-hmm.
This is all like, there was like a big drug bust happen in this area in Dallas County. But the drugs were never, it's weird. Yeah,
drugs were never.
Yeah. It was never found or whatever. Yeah.
But there was a big drug bust.
There was a big drug bust. Yeah. It's really weird.
I want to know the stats of how
Yeah.
many,
So
how much drug
they
bust
all ran into this circle, and that's how probably that, I mean, I didn't know you haven't mentioned her mother yet. So
no, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny that her mother also came up missing.
Mm-hmm.
And her mother knew James and Timothy because they rang in the same thing, because her mother was a drug addict. She was addicted. She was an addict, and they ran in, and her mother came up. Cassie was 19. Yeah, 19 years old when her mother came up missing, and they didn't find her. And then all of a sudden they found her, a bone and a shoe. A farmer did in a cornfield, and then they found some other bones scattered and stuff right across the street there where she came up missing, that they investigated and searched. They had search parties, and no one found any bones. But then miraculously later, all of a sudden, bones start showing up.
Which either one, they didn't do a thorough search, like they said, or two.
Well, there was people saying that they were out looking for her. So I think they did do the search. I think the bones were later placed after.
Yeah.
And then after they had all those and they did it, they found out those were Tracy's bones and stuff. And they never found the body, nothing like that. Then all of a sudden one day, her skull appears underneath a tree by the river that they had already searched. And then they found bones, and they didn't find her skull, but then they found her skull appears. Jeez. It's just weird. That's weird.
What is going on in Windyville?
Yeah, and that's the thing is,
what the hell?
So.
And I understand Windyville. It might not all happen in Windyville, but we're just gonna say Windyville.
So Cassidy was not kidnapped. Cassidy was not forced. That becomes the dark web is very much involved in this whole case.
This is how they got a lot of their photos.
Yeah. So, the dark web is definitely, involved. So,
yeah.
They were doing a lot of BDSM stuff, and the whole cage thing was voluntarily. They were doing sexual things and stuff like that. So those whole pictures are not like she wasn't being tortured out there, or
she was. I think what it sounds like is like it was supposed to be fun and games, but then
the cage thing, the picture in the cage don't have nothing to do with her murder. I don't believe it has nothing to do with her murder. I think that was just more of on that whole sexual dark web thing.
We'll never know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do know because you'll read the text messages later.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. So after she has this assault period and control period, late July, early August of 2021 is the time that the investigators think that she was actually murdered. Cassidy was killed sometime in the window. An exact time and method were not publicly released in full detail. So they didn't fully release all what happened, how she actually physically died. Court records confirm it occurred at the rural property. So they can confirm that she did die in court and that she did die at that property.
Right.
Now, after that happened, after her death, her body was moved and hidden across the property. Some remains were later found in a freezer. Some were outside, scattered, and then some body parts were in the freezer. Other evidence was scattered on rural land during cleanup attempts. in September 2021, the case is open by FBI cyber tip, which is from a lot of people think that was, they just say the cyber tip. I think that was the dark web. They found it. But they don't want to say FBI's into the dark web because they don't want people.
No, it was actually it was sent to the FBI. A tip was sent to the FBI from the dark web from a IP address in Germany. Which could be a VPN number. It wasn't necessarily.
Somehow the dark web got to the FBI.
Right. There was a file sent to the FBI with 7 pictures that said Cassidy. And that file was sent to the FBI from some IP address in Germany. And we're thinking that the pictures came from the dark web. And stuff. And then on those pictures were the pictures of her in the cage. Then there was a picture of her strung up.
She was like
on
hanging,
the lift thing, the gallon, which is they usually use to hang up deer and animals when they disembodied them. And there was other pictures of them getting her being taken apart or whatever, I don't know what the nice way of it is, dismembered, and then and then pictures of, I guess, the bathtub and stuff like that.
So it was more pictures of like, and
that happened, the crime
that
itself.
happened. Like it literally was like the beginning to the end. So the FBI, the images showed her restrained, partially unclothed, and confined in a cage-like structure. So police authorities searched the Dallas County property, and they discovered human remains, forensic evidence linking Cassidy to the site, and additional disturbing materials tied to the suspects. And that's what they say. They just say disturbing materials tied to the suspects. The DNA confirms the remains are Cassidy Rainwater. So the court outcomes, I mean, they have pretty strong evidence. So the court outcomes is that James Phelps, he entered the Alford plea, which is he does not admit guilt, but accepts conviction risks, and he's sentenced to life without parole. Timothy Norton pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and also sentenced to life without parole. They pretty much, once they had that DNA, it was like, gotcha. There was no, and I think it's what's so weird is because the cases that we've done have been like like the ones that we know that they did, or it's like strung out. They don't know what they did. They hid the evidence, whatever, or it's unsolved till this day. This one, it was very much like, we gotcha. Like there was no, like at one point they didn't know who did what, and I think it was very different. Like, and there's so much gruesome things, and I know you're probably going to get into it more because you have the text messages of the 2 killers. But I think, do you want to get on to that evidence that you have?
Well, let's bring it. Let's do it. So on the police first get this tip, right? So they go and get a search warrant. They go out and search, and they come to find out, well, they go out and they look on the property, and one of the police officers sees a meat hooks in the bathroom hanging up. So then that's when they went and get the search warrant. Then they kick the door down. They arrest him. They arrest James Phelps. And they arrest him for kidnapping, not murder.
Yes.
Kidnapping.
Yes. Did I tell him what?
Yeah. So they arrest him for kidnapping first.
Yes.
And then when Norton comes back into town because he's a trucker, then they arrest him.
Yep.
Also for kidnapping.
Yeah, I think there are things where kidnapping, first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, like that stuff. But it wasn't like.
So the police go in, they do their search, they take their pictures, they go back into the property again, right? And they look through the property and everything and get everything. So it's still a crime scene. And then one night, miraculously, it catches fire.
Yep.
But as the firemen are out there, wait a minute, as the fireman's out there to put out the fire, he steps on a tripwire. And the bomb squad is issued out there to set off these bombs because the property is booby trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go back and look at anybody's videos and they show the news, and it's weird because the one guy from Channel 5 that used to do the sports and was a anchor, I can't think of his name now. He did Channel 4 news here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
He was a sports guy. He is now the Channel 5 anchor out in the Ozarks. It's really weird. I was like, oh, that guy's from St. Louis. What did you do that you had to go to a smaller TV station?
I wonder.
But Ken, I don't want to say Savard, Steve Savard. I think that's who it was. Steve Savard. So if you look at all these pictures, you see these policemen when they served a search warrant and they're searching this property. There are shit tons. There's Dallas County. There's, Greene County. There's, whatever. There's tons of police officers walking around. You can't tell me that no one knew there was booby traps. But then there was booby traps set and the building caught on fire. Now, miraculously, Phelps did not own that cabin.
Nope, he didn't own the property.
John, which that's the name they give us, is John.
And they really don't mention John's name in reports.
Right. John owns the property. But John lives across from the property. He lives on someone else's property. Why don't you live on your own property? And guess what John's been known for? Arson. John has cases of arson. He's been in jail for arson.
That's funny.
But you know how Cassidy's grandfather's property was also set on fire?
Oh. There's a lot of suspicious things.
Right. So it's awful suspicious. And then the fire department has ruled it an arson. It was set. It wasn't an accidental.
Someone
didn't leave the coffee pot on.
No. It someone
set it on fire. Why? Because either there's more people involved in the Cassidy in this thing, and
they didn't want
their DNA or anything to show that they're there. Did you also say that they did find her body wrapped in the freezer?
Yep.
Her meat.
Yeah. So there was body parts scattered on the premise, but they found a good chunk of it.
Or like her skin and meat in the cooler. It was marked 7/24. So they had the date on it.
So that was when she was dismembered.
Now, some people say that it was just hers, and some people say that whole freezer was full of meat and stuff. And here's the creepy thing about it is that
why would you want to
James Phelps, when he was arrested, when they kicked his door in, he was eating a human sandwich. Like there was meat that he was eating. A sandwich.
Okay.
And he was laughing because he said he had just gave ribs to his neighbor.
Okay. So I'm going to say this. Police reports. Now I'm going to say this right now. They said, well, we cannot confirm that they were cannibalists. First of all, why do you put body parts in the freezer if you're going to here's the thing. People put them in freezers that way they don't smell, that they don't whatever, that they don't get caught, that they put in a freezer because no one's going to look in the freezer. But then you're going to scatter body parts around the premises on the land. Why would you not just dismember everything on the land? Why? Because you're probably wanting to eat it. That's why that would be my logic of why you're putting some body parts in the freezer. But they don't want to say it. They don't want to say that they were cannibals. And they didn't get charged with cannibalism. They did not get charged with cannibalism. I think you can get charged. I think that's a thing. I think you could get charged with cannibalism. But they only charge him with kidnapping, first-degree murder, and tampering of evidence.
Yeah. I mean, and then he gave some ribs to a neighbor, and then he was known for selling jerky at local farmers markets in Buffalo and Lebanon. And so can you imagine, like, hey, I bought jerky from that guy, and I'm like, no.
And that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying they had her meat processed in the freezer. They were eating her. There's parts in the skillet when they were arrested. That's the thing, is you do this information and they don't have it on records.
Yeah.
They don't have anything like that. When I was reading stuff, they don't have anything on that. They even said, well, it cannot be confirmed. It cannot be confirmed because they did not put anything document that. Why would you not want to document that?
Well, yeah, they did. I mean, well, they did scatter her bones on her dad's, on her grandfather's property, and people were like, "Whoa, what about the meat?" Yeah, the meat was in the freezer.
Yeah,
was taken to a lab, and it was known that it was hers.
Her.
So if you're not a cannibalism, why are you holding meat unless you're selling meat?
And that's what Laura said. I heard they were I heard they had a brand, and they were packaging to sell the dark web with their brand on it.
Yeah, I mean,
people like that stuff on the dark web. It's the dark web. That dark web. Ooh, that'd be a long episode if we did that. Episode on the dark web. Holy shit.
Yeah, there was and stuff, but yeah, so they had the meat, they had all that. So
yeah.
I forgot where I was going.
Sorry. Laura said the Ozarks.
The Ozarks. What is up with you tonight in reading? Jesus.
I can't read tonight.
Jeez. The Ozarks.
I've been studying a lot for my final, and that's what I'm just going to say. I've been looking at words a lot. The Ozarks first doc showed the body cam footage from the officer when they arrested him. He was outside. Yeah.
Was that the first time or the second time? Because the second time they say he was sitting in when they kicked the door in.
Yeah.
That he was sitting.
Because it was a raid the first time.
Oh, the second time.
Yeah.
The first time they just walked around the property.
Yeah.
And that's when they saw the meat hooks through the bathroom window. And then they went and got a warrant.
Then they got a warrant. That's when they were able to come in, and
they
were there a lot. Like
there's a lot. Okay, here's the funny thing too about this is that the police put out so why everybody was so upset about this case is that nobody was notified and nothing was released to the public of what was going on.
Nope, nothing. No news could do it. No, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. There was it was like a gag order, like don't say nothing. And people were just like, what's going on? Why? What is, so they're hearing rumors.
Yep.
And a lot of this, and a bunch of these people I've watched, these other podcasts, that there's a lot of rumors going around Wendyville and Lebanon and stuff about what goes on in this town.
Yep.
What is going on. And some of the rumors are true, but people are like, oh, they're just rumors.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But
because they're not notified a lot of the things about that happens in that town.
Yeah. So people are always like, well, this happened, this happened, this happened. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on that people hear.
Like intertwined.
But the sheriff, I guess it was Rice that did it. He put out a Facebook message saying that don't believe any of these TikTokers. Don't believe any of these news people. They're just trying to make a name for themselves. It's just all rumors. They're just people that are in their mom's basement still eating great value Cheez-Its and box wine, and don't listen to these people and stuff. And it's like
they came out, and it was very much like he was out there trying to shut down everything, and it was not letting these rumors. I'm a quotation rumors because a lot of it might not being true.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these rumors are a lot of things are. So, but yeah, they I don't know where we were at. I'm kind of confused. I was like going off on a tangent there.
We were at, you said like the police.
Oh yeah, they were just eating the whole cannibalism thing, and that's just weird.
Like, why would you have that body part in the freezer?
Yeah.
Like, why would you have body parts in there if you dismembered them and put them outside as well?
So you basically have this case. You have Cassidy that is killed. Her mother was disappeared.
Yep.
And still no trace of her body.
Nope.
Her 2 cousins. She also has 2 other family members that were murdered. One was her cousin or niece. I can't remember what she's related, but she was in a truck, and the police say she jumped from the truck, and another car hit her and killed her going down the highway. Why would you
jump out of your car?
Yeah, why would you jump out of your car?
I've never heard.
But she was in the car. Wait a minute. She was in the truck, which the driver of the truck was being charged for sexual assault on one of her kids or something to do with her family too. I think she was pushed out of the car.
Yeah.
And everything. And then her uncle or nephew,
even if she was pushed out of the car, she might have just got dropped.
Was served some papers by the sheriff's department, and then he disappeared. Apparently, he committed suicide. Wait a minute. He committed suicide, and his hogs got out of their pen and ate him.
What the fuck is going on in Wendyville? What the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lazarus said the guy driving the truck was allegedly involved in moving materials and made a cabin as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, well, and here's the thing too is, so James and Tim were also known that they were doing some kind of dark web shit because they were looking for 12 and 14-year-olds at Walmart. James was always going to Walmart and looking for women. Their text messages were, Tim's like, I'm in Wyoming. And he's like, oh, bring me a girl. Well, what color hair do you want? And he's like, well, I want twins. I want a red and a blonde and, or whatever. And they were always like, and he was always, and James always dated his wife, his first wife. He was 23, was 17.
Oh, no. No.
James was always messing with younger girls.
Girls.
Like
They're
there
not
was
women.
a set
They're
of
girls.
There was a set of people that hung out that lived with James for a while that had a boyfriend and a girlfriend. And the boyfriend came home and found the girlfriend in bed with James and stuff like that. And they moved out. And,
this,
it's just
what the and you know what they all said in the reports? That they were creepy.
They said to be Ozark fuckery. Yep, that's it.
They said that they were creepy men. That's it. That is all they said. And you know what's so crazy is what blows my mind is because a lot of the people that you watch, like what's her name again that you watched?
Amber.
Yes, Amber. So like all these people, they have a lot of like they pay for a lot of subscriptions and everything about cases, files, everything like that. So they're able to do a little more deep dive, and they have interviews, they set up things, they talk to people, they go through a deep dive in the Facebook, everything like that. But it's so crazy because when you look up this stuff, like what I do is like the police reports and everything like that. Why would you not want to include all that stuff? Why would you not want to talk about these people and you're not able to find a lot of background information or who these people are that killed her? And I'm like, why not?
Well, you can. There's all kinds about their past.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
James Phelps lived in St. Louis.
Yeah, I know.
At that time, but
I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of things in this case that you have to like almost research against the police officers because what they're basically kind of doing is corruption. Like they're not saying everything clearly. They're not, they don't give you all the things that they should be given in these reports and everything like that.
So apparently in a text they have, and I can go over some text here in a second and everything that says that when Tim and James were talking, Cassie went and talked to John. So And it comes to find out there's some document or some court deck or something, or this lady got it. Now, this could be all rumors. She says the same thing, that she gives out her email, people send her stuff and everything like that. And she said that Cassidy was actually talking to the police to help them shut down their drug ring or what the hell they were doing, or she knew something about something and that they were doing, and she was like, talking to the police. Could be why she was dead, could be why she killed. And their motto of James and Tim was no body, no crime. That was their thing. If there's no body, there's no murder, there's no crime. So, if he's selling their food and selling their meat, it's weird. Shit.
Well, and also,
I'm not sure Ozark fuckery is the geographic more than it is the state of mind. True. Norton's wife, Laura.
She got kissed by George Takei at a Star Trek thing in St. Louis. George Takei kissed an Ozark cannibal, LOL.
Oh, Jesus. Ozark Mountain meth production. Yeah. It's math production.
Laser says Cassidy told numerous people that someone was coming to kill her. Phelps and Norton even laughed about her talking about it, her not realizing they were the ones going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and then like I said, so let me bring this up real quick. There's just
so much of a deep dive that you can go into. It's
all right. It's gonna take a little slow and try to do this, but these are some text messages that James and them said. So James is like, James says, I had a visitor last night. Tim says, who, and is it dead? And James said, Cassidy showed up, winter me to go to the neighbor and talk. I told her I did not have the gas. She said she would come back later and never did. And he's like, and what did she want to talk about? And he says she didn't say. And this was in I
can hear my ear. I don't think they can hear it.
Yeah, so for a year, it's gonna be hard because she does. If you want to see all the text messages, go watch this Amber Vance on. She does the Ozarks 1, 2, and 3. And then the 2, she goes through all these text messages. She got a file and stuff, and it's like a lot. But for a year, they were talking about killing Cassidy. Like, she's like, well, she could have set you up for, she was trying to bring somebody to kill you or something. Tim was telling James, and they talk about, well, I'm going to make her go. I need to make her disappear, and it's going to be gone. And
which the only report said that Tim and James said that they had stole something and they thought that they wanted it back.
Right. It was some kind of jewelry thing because she was in Arkansas at one time, and he said, oh, she found some jewelry in her bags and wants me to come down and pick her up. And then she has it, and stuff like that. So I think that's what they were trying to say, was that she stole something from them.
Yep. And that's why they got angry with her.
They got angry with her. But they talked for a year, and to know that you were hanging out, and like numerous times she was there at their house,
Yeah.
Like this one says, I've had Cassidy at the cabin the last couple of days, and she is bringing Marcus out in me. I know about 6 inches, and she goes, it says, I know about 6 and sitting in Mississippi. He says, have you gotten your info yet? No. And at this point, not worried about it, thinking about making her and the boy disappear. Now, this was back in a year. This is a year prior to what, and he's like, KK, this is how much of him she has pulled out of me. So apparently James, this Marcus guy he talks about, is his alter ego is Marcus, the assassinator. So that's when he's like, well, she's pulling the Marcus out in me and stuff. And I guess the info that she wanted was the jewelry or.
Yeah, because Laura said she stole knives. Yeah, I don't know what she stole. They really don't say. They just said that she stole something from us and that we wanted it back. We thought that she stole something from us. And that's kind of really what they say in their interviews that they say.
Yeah, it's crazy. You can go and watch them. That's just so much. I'm trying to catch up and look, and it's like it's hard to do that when you guys when I'm on here with you guys. Yeah. Back to that.
No, you're good.
So just to go back into some of this stuff. All right. So you have the Cassidy thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I was watching a video and this I was trying to think.
No, you're good, you're good.
This couple, like, I guess they were going to go floating down the Niger River, Niger River, wherever it's called there in Windyville. And they decided that Windyville had a boat ramp in Windyville that they can launch into, like they could go into there and float down to their campsite. And then the loco said, oh, that river is really shallow right then. It's not good for floating. You'll never make it. So the lady did a deep dive into Windyville and she found the three things. She found the Cassidy Rainwater. She found the Windyville General Store, B&B, and it being ghost and stuff like that. And then she found out about the College of Metaphysical. So they're driving and they're talking about this Cassidy Rainwater thing. And then they drive by the
Cassidy,
the general store.
You kept saying Casey.
Oh, Cassidy's story. And then they drove by the general store.
Yeah.
And she had said that the red building was across the street from, it looked like it was across the street. Then she said that was the cannery. So I don't know if she didn't know or not. So don't get me right when I said, I know Laura said the cannery was behind the general store. But this one looked like it was across the street. So I don't know which one it is. Then they're driving down towards the river. And the guy says, well, that's really weird. And the lady's like, what? He's like, all of these, there's a suicide hotline, like by the river, saying like, if you were thinking about committing suicide, here's the number to call. And he's like, I've seen 2 more of these all around. Like, is suicide a problem? So I look it up and the suicide rate in that area is crazy. It is crazy. It is.
What's the rate?
Oh man, I didn't keep it. Now you want me to look it up.
Oh, sorry. It was a high number though.
Yeah, I mean it's for the
small
the
town.
capita they have.
The suicide rate's higher than their population.
Yeah. It is weird.
Which is so weird. Laura said, yep, down the road from the general store. Down the road's probably next to it. It's a small town. Everything from people down the street might be next down over.
Yeah, and next be like down over.
Yeah.
So I tried to do some deep dive and look at stuff, and I watched these videos and stuff like that. So there was a couple things. All right, so let me get into this real quick. So this lady's talking about what else could be going on in Windyville with the Phelps.
Okay.
All right. So on the property sat 2 vehicles. The first vehicle is the truck. Bring that up.
Yep, I am bringing it up.
All right. So if you can see this truck, it's been sitting out, it's old and everything like that. So this truck has to do with a case. Oh, I can't think of her name now. No, it was the first one. Amanda.
Oh, I can't remember her.
Can't think of her name. Amanda something. She was in like late 80s or something like that.
Yeah.
She was at a payphone. she was calling her boyfriend that had the baby with, and she was on the payphone with him. She said this green truck drove by and was parking. It got out, used the payphone right next to her. He says, and then like it was broke. He went back to the truck, got like a flashlight, and the lady said, "Hey, do you need to use the phone?" And the boyfriend can hear the man say no. And then the next thing you know, he hears his girlfriend screaming. He drops the phone. He jumps in the car. He heads towards the payphone. They pass each other in the middle, and he can hear her scream his name as they pass. He throws his car in reverse, which fucks up his transmission. He makes it 2 miles, following them 2 miles, and then his car goes kaput, and his girlfriend goes off into the distance.
That's awful.
And never seen again.
Oh, that's awful.
Now, the description of the green truck is that it was a greenish truck, and then the back window of the truck, it had a fish. So on this, I can't blow it up anymore, but let me see something real quick here. So in the back window of this truck, if you can see, Amber has another picture of it. It's broke out. The window is busted out. There's no picture of there's no back window. But one of the wives, I believe it's James's wife, says that truck had a fish decal in the back of that window. And that was the main description of the truck.
That was in the Amanda case.
In the Amanda case was the guy said there was a fish decal in the back of the truck. Now, the truck is not that green. You could tell it's not that green, but think about in the 80s, if that truck has been sitting out there.
Oh, that thing was green.
In the 80s, how much it is a green. If you get closer up, you can see it's got a greenish tint to it. But it's weird. And she says that he busted out the window. Like he purposely busted the window out.
Because he knew that was.
Well, if you saw in the news that was the only thing that was in connection.
That they're looking for a green truck with a.
Okay. So that's weird.
That's weird. That's weird.
Right, but the second vehicle sitting on the property was the green van. So this is a green van. It's a bad picture. I was trying to get a better picture of it, but that is a green van. And why does a green van have anything to do with? If you look at the cold case, the true crime cold case of the Springfield 3,
which we are going
to deep dive into because it's weird that 3 ladies, a mom and a daughter and her friend, disappear from their house in the middle of the night.
Yep.
Never to be seen again.
Yep.
But a neighbor they saw the daughter driving that van, a green van, and a man yelling at the girl while she was driving. Now. Coincidence? Could be.
I don't know.
But think about it.
Because, okay. Everyone knows. All right, let's look at who is the cannibalist, right? Is that the correct term of it? Cannibalist that everyone knows. Dahmer, right? We're going to bring Dahmer back to this. Dahmer, and we've seen documentaries and we know his thing, and he said that he's had to like slowly get to that point of eating somebody, right? He had to get slowly to the point of how to dismember people the right way, what to do, right? These people, these 2 men, James and Tim, they did it like they were freaking pros at it. The way you dismember, bury, and then put them in a freezer, and you're going to tell me that all of a sudden they were like, oh, we're going to sell this on the dark web. How do you know you can sell stuff on the dark web? You've done well, they're
known. They already got their thing saying that they've been looking at Walmart and stuff.
Exactly.
What says that they haven't been doing it?
Exactly. And these 2 cases are not far that have pretty similar aspects.
You can't tell me that Cassidy was the first person.
No.
Because they talk about in their text messages of others.
There's no way. And in his text message of, well.
Yeah, if you go back and watch Amber's thing.
Someone visited me. I had a visitor. Is it dead?
Yeah, I mean,
They already know.
They already knew it was Cassie. He was asking, is it dead? Like, did you kill it?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, but they have other people. You can't tell me that.
They grew up watching it and doing it, is what Charlotte said.
Well, probably.
I mean, their families knew of each other. We're not saying that Teresa, her mom died for about these two, but who's saying that these two's family didn't?
Well, James' name on the dark web was called the Butcher.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. He's experienced. And who's to say? And what was their motto again? No body, no crime.
Right.
Whose bodies have not been found? The Springfield 3 and Amanda.
Right. And her mother.
And her mother's. I'm just
the
saying,
bones.
I am just saying.
Well, then they started looking around like, is the police corrupt? All this stuff. And then there was a murder. There was a wife and a husband. Apparently, she was murdered. They said that she killed herself, and then the husband was blamed. Later was arrested and said that he caused it. And then he was friends with Rice, the sheriff. And then 8 years later, they exonerated him of the crimes and everything because they said that they didn't do the right tests when they were doing the robe, like the blood splatter. They didn't do a right test on the blood splatter and then on the robe and something like that.
They didn't do a right test.
So he was
not right because you.
Well, I don't know, but they resumed him as being innocent.
Huh?
But that's just weird. She died of a suicide. Again, another suicide. And then there was a guy that broke in and raped and killed an elderly couple. And then he was in jail with someone else that committed a crime in that town. I can't remember what it is. And miraculously, they both died the same day in the same prison.
Here's my thing. Now, I haven't done enough research on this to say if it's true, but here's my thing. So when a police, right, you pay taxes to your police, right? To your police, right? So if people all of a sudden hear about the drug circles, the murders, people dying, what do you think's going to happen? People are going to start leaving your town, or people are not going to move in. And what's going to happen? And we've seen these small towns of what happens. They can go out in an instant. These small towns can just poof off and it's abandoned. We were talking about the one up of, where's that at? We were talking about the haunted places. There's one up in Upmore, Missouri. And there's a whole town that it's not there anymore. And small towns. It was a resort town and it can go out like that. And these people had family roots in this town. They have been friends with for decades. They've been next door neighbors for decades. Who is to say, and I don't know how someone should do a family tree. I wonder if the sheriff or anybody in that legal team is any related to James or Tim. Just curious.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, and it sounds like this town is very small. Everyone knows everybody. And you know how many times sheriff's like, I know them. They won't do that. They won't do that. Well, they did this crime and it was unnoticeable. I'm just going to say that. Because they got you. Somebody's brother's cousin's mother. Yeah, exactly. Someone's brother, cousin, mother was. Everyone knows everybody in this town, it seems like.
Yeah,
but that's, oh my God. What is going on in Wendyville, people? Jeez. So his friend gets off. Is there any more? Is there any more surprises you would like to throw?
Well, now this was the two inmates that died.
Same.
The Dallas County Sheriff's Department says 2 jail inmates died in August at the same time. when the state has been keeping a close eye on the lockup as it hovers close to capacity. I'm trying to look and see what this was. Can't remember, but they were in connection. If you go back and look at, I was trying to get that all done today.
No, you're good.
But if you go back and definitely go watch Amber Vance. She has
I'm gonna do it now.
She has 3 videos. They're very short. They're not very long. But she actually dives into this car thing and these other murders and all these, and she's the one that gets into the surrounding area of Wendyville, of all these people that have suicide murder. There was a suicide, there was a murder suicide that happened. There was all kinds of things, and they show at the end of her video, she shows like Wendyville and then all the skull faces of like where everybody has been killed and or murdered or suicide. And it's just weird. Like, and then we go back into, we don't even want to indulge into the College of Metaphysicals, because so many people say it's a cult, that it's the headquarters of like this dark web occult killing thing.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, I mean, because she even goes into that about emails that she's gotten saying that there was a skull that people used to see, an altar that was made in James Phelps' backyard at one point in time. There was an altar back there, and there was a human skull sitting on the altar. So then the skull was no longer there when Teresa's skull comes up from her murder, Cassidy's mom. When her skull appears and the police get it,
the altar's not there.
The altar's gone and the skull's gone.
Oh.
You know, and then they say that James also was sending meat to the college to do rituals, and because there's apparently there's a cave up there. So the physical college has a cave and this big huge thing they built for just a little amount of people that go there, but it's huge. And they've seen,
should I apply?
Well, they've seen like black SUVs leave there.
Huh.
And black SUVs have followed police officers and stuff that when they were doing cases that they've stopped. It could be a whole fucking paranormal type thing up there in Wendyville.
I don't know.
In that surrounding area up there.
Laura said, I truly think there's great people from there, though. Heavy roots and family ties have nothing to do with the fuckery. Yeah, I will say there are always good people. And I think there are very good people in Wendyville, just like there are in any town.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Wendyville is just because that's the
center of
the big center of it all. That's the closest city. I don't think it's Wendyville itself. It's surrounding Wendyville.
Yeah, it's the outskirts of Wendyville.
Nothing actually has ever happened in Wendyville.
Town. Yeah.
So
I think I said that one time. I'll say it again. When we talk about Wendyville, I'm meaning county, like the outside counties, all the things that are happening. I think you have talked to one of the people. I don't know if it's the same people that they talked to when they went
I think
to
it's Katie store. Was the lady I talked to there at the store.
Yeah.
So.
She seemed great. There are tons of good people in Wendyville. I would say if you're able to go to Wendyville, if you're in their area, go to the general store. It's amazing. Look at Laura. Look at Patriot Paranormal's video on it. It's amazing. I would love to go there, not just because of all this, but it sounds like an amazing place to investigate. So like there's other things that are very good about Wendyville. It's just the outskirts, and Wendyville is the biggest city. So we're just going to say Wendyville.
Laura, I think we need to talk to Katie again and get back in there and investigate. And I think we need to take a trip up and see if we can get on that property and do maybe some Estes up there, see if we can communicate with somebody.
Yeah.
To see what's going on. You know what we need to take?
What?
I need to take Miranda.
Ooh. And not tell her anything.
Oh, well, she would look.
She doesn't have to. Is
that your phone?
Yeah, that's my phone.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what do you mean? We'll just be like, hey, this is the place. We don't really want you to know too much about this stuff.
I would love to take. What do you think, Laura? I think she'd be cool.
I think she'd be awesome up there. I think we should do it. I think we should take a little trip. And maybe that's our investigation. That's our video.
Yeah, I can't do. I was trying to get local. I was trying to see if Laura and them could come down and we do like St. Louis Haunted Mansion, so that way it's central for Ducky and Tim and all them.
Yeah, true.
It's just hard to get everybody up there to do that.
Yeah.
You know, because I know Eric does a lot of their video and stuff for Patriot. I don't want him to have to work. You know, maybe use his stationary cameras, but not to actually film to investigate and let Ducky and Tim actually do the filming and stuff.
Laura said watching the documentary on the store made me tear up. It was a wonderful place. Yes. Teresa said the College of Metaphysics also has a house across MSU, I believe.
Missouri State University.
Yep, Missouri State University. They're in the South.
They're in the South.
Yeah. I mean, just saying. Yeah, no, I don't think everybody in Windyville is.
No. I'm not saying Windyville is bad. No. I just want to know what's going on around Windyville.
What are the Appalachian people of Windyville doing?
The Woods people.
What are they doing?
And I missed some stuff too. I know. Go watch that lady's
you know what we're gonna do is maybe we can talk to going there. I watched all her videos. You watch more, and we come back and revisit this because
there's a lot.
I know there's a lot, and I know there's a lot that like I missed, but I do want to watch 2 videos though. We'll watch one video and I will talk about it, but then I do want to end like this conclusion with one more video.
Oh, no. I have a video that I saw that is phenomenal. I got to airdrop this to you.
Okay.
This video is crazy.
What kind of video is it?
It's a paranormal video. Is that what you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about the case.
Oh.
We can do another paranormal video.
Yeah, I got some videos.
We can do that. I'm just talking about this case to conclude it just for now.
Go on.
We will be coming back to this. Don't worry, we will. But I do want to look at they're like 2 minutes each.
10 minutes each.
2 minutes each. Listen here, Linda. Share screen. Hold on. Window. All right. Hold on, people.
Hold on.
Hold on. Here we go.
Hey, look.
All right.
It's Tam.
Uh-oh. Can we all not hear it? Hold on. Hold your horses, everybody. Why can you guys not hear it?
It's not playing.
Can you hear it now? They can't hear it. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Why can't you hear it?
Can you guys hear that video?
I can't hear it. Can you? I can't hear it. Hold on. Hold your horses. Let me look up. Give me one moment. Give me one slightly moment. YouTube. Hold on. Hold your horses.
Thank you.
It didn't work. Hold on. It might be because it's on a different thing. Give me one moment. Hold on.
She's having a technical difficulty.
Copy.
Just to give you a reminder, we have Arcadia Academy this Saturday. If you guys are in the area and want something to do, come to Arcadia Academy. It's going to be a fun night. You can actually investigate with the owners. Darla said her and her friend are going to investigate. I have not investigated with Darla.
No.
So this is going to be kind of cool. One of the owners is going to be investigating. So that's really cool. So
yes. Okay.
Come out and see us. It's a great time.
Now let's see.
That is this Saturday. Tickets on. And we have the cheapest tickets to Missouri State Penitentiary. $75. We're even cheaper than they are on their tours. You get so much.
Ready? All right, here we
I deserve to die. And I'm ready for that.
Timothy Norton said those words just moments after the end of his court hearing in Dallas County. Until now, he'd been in the Greene County Jail, separate from the other murderer in this case, James Phelps.
Even by accident, it's not right to take a life. You know, everybody harps at me, I'm a monster. They don't know who I am.
Cassidy Rainwater was reported missing in August of 2021 by a family member. They traced her to James Phelps's house on Moon Valley Road, where they found Rainwater's body. Detectives traced messages between Phelps and Norton.
It just kind of happened. Things like I told somebody else once, it kind of went sideways.
Norton said he and Phelps thought Cassidy had stolen things from them and wanted it back. He claims Phelps strangled Cassidy.
The next thing I know, he was choking her and things were going sideways. And if you looked in his eyes, that would have been the last thing you'd ever wanted to do was cross him at that point in time. You know, I know he's got a temper. I know how he works.
Norton was not emotional through his court appearances and says he is still numb.
Maybe later tonight, when I go to sleep, I'll cry. You know, you can talk to my kids. You can talk to my exes. Most of my emotions come out when I'm asleep.
Dallas County Sheriff Scott Rice says he's glad this case is over and has a message for the two in prison.
I want them to know that we all wish them a horrible, tormented life in prison.
Yep. So saw that one. Yeah.
How did it go sideways?
How did it go sideways? You planned it for a
already
year.
planned it. You knew that you were coming over to hold her legs.
Uh-huh.
How did it go sideways? Did you think he was joking?
Did you think it was one of the BDSM things or like what? Yeah. So I thought that was really funny. I was like, oh.
What's your second one?
So to end this, I have one more.
Angie says, I'm holding out for Arcadia. Birthday present to myself till 11/14.
Ooh.
Yep.
So I have one more.
See you in MSP. She's
Yes.
the winner of the first.
Yes. So this is the last one to conclude this. But here we go.
Bella won't be there. Oh man. You know shit's gonna really happen when you're not there, Brandy.
I think hold on. It didn't work. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. Gotta share my screen. Why is it not working? Hello. Hello. Work, you dang it thing. Why is it not letting me share my screen now? What is going on? Hold on. Hold your horses. Maybe if you stop pressing things, I can share it. For some reason, it's not letting me do it anymore. Hold on. Share screen. Share screen. Okay, so it's literally just not letting me share the tab. That's great. Love that for me. Let me see if it'll work now. Hold on. Nope, it's not working anymore. Okay, well, it was a video. And it was just saying, it was talking more about her aunt gets interviewed and what they did with her funeral, and her older son
oh yeah,
talked about
her
it.
first son played.
I
saw that video.
And it was just it was really sweet.
They got to lay her to rest.
They got to lay her to rest. They had a funeral for her and her kids got to plan it and her kids got to do it. And they just said it was nice to actually mourn and have closure. And her aunt, I believe it was her aunt, gets interviewed in this video, and she says, you know, Cassidy is much more than the tragedy that happened to her. She was filled with light. She was trying to get her life on track, and she was always loud. She said that when she walked in the room, you knew she was there, and that she loved her kids. She loved being a mom. That was the best thing that she ever said that she was. And so that she hopes that people recognize her also, not just for the tragedy that happened, but the person who she really was. So I think, you know, it's hard, and we'll bring this back. We'll actually deep dive and we'll look at more, and probably a lot more is going to pop up. But, at the end of the day, anything that we do with these true crime cases, Cassidy and other victims, they are human too.
Yes.
And they have lives. And at the end of the day, whatever happened, I'm glad that they're in prison and that they will be in prison for life. And I'm glad that Cassidy's family got closure, that they knew who did it. and that she's able to rest, and also too that her kids are able to say goodbye to their mom and bury her. And yeah, so poor Cassidy, but she now lives through her children. So, but yeah, this isn't over. The video's not over, but I like to do that at the end when we do these harsh things, because it is really important to humanize these victims. And I think talking about this case, I think talking about true crime helps the live of like, this is the real world and it freaking sucks. And people that are in the world are terrifying.
Yes.
But I also think just realizing like Cassidy is not just only this. She was such a big person. Teresa said, that is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Maddie. It's important to remember that she was a mom, niece, sister, and daughter. Yes, she was a human, and it sucks. And that's the people that the thing that people say, the word like thing that sucks the most is she was telling her family, I'm gonna get my life on track. Whoa, here we go. Okay, now it's sharing screen. Okay, so something happened. But what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, no matter, people are like, well, she was into BDSM and she was this and she got involved with them. It sounded like she was starting to realize that, and she wanted to better her life. And so no matter what mistakes you make, at the end of the day, she wanted to better her life, and this happened to her. So I know some people, not are the people in here, are very much not judgmental, but there are people that I've seen that they'll talk about this case and they're like, well, that was her own fault for getting involved in these people. And that was the life she chose. And how dare you be enjoyable of that kind of stuff. And it's like, people make mistakes. People have their feelings. And she, at the end of the day, she wanted to better herself. And it's just a horrible tragedy happened. Still a person died.
Right.
No matter what you do in life, no matter big mistakes you make, I don't think that you, besides these people that make these, that are criminals, that do kill people. I believe that no matter what you're into or what you do, or if you do drugs or anything, like no one should die. No one's life should be taken from them. So yeah. So what are the videos? You came back from that Matrix. I know, right? I was like, what the heck was that? All of a sudden it shared my screen. All of a sudden there was 10,000s of them. I was like, whoa. Laura said those stories are why we do paranormal, to honor and remember.
Correct.
Yes, exactly.
Correct.
And I think that's what's so amazing about true crime is like, you hear the real world and you hear about all these awful people, but then you also get to learn about the beautiful people that their lives were wrongly taken. And things happen to them. And just, it's very like, very memorable of like, not just the crimes happen, but like, for some reason, true crime, I always remember the victims and their past. No matter like how many details I can try to remember about the crime, I always remember the victim and like what they were as a person. Like,
correct.
and that's just something like, you're in it. I feel like when you're able to do that, you're
Still
able
a tragedy.
to, exactly. You're able to talk about true crime because you realize that you're not talking to gloat about the topic and the crime and trying to profit off of that.
Not at all. No.
And I think that's why we were like, okay, yeah, let's do true crime, because we both had that view of, at the end of the day, someone's life was taken, and that's awful. And just like,
and their story being told and us getting their story out makes them live on too.
Yes.
So
especially the unsolved ones, like
right.
Kendrick. Not a lot of people heard about Kendrick, and
we got some lady that blew.
The comments were moved.
The thing was, well, she commented after the show.
Yes.
She came on and she started watching it, and she started picking things up about the Kendrick, their last true crime, which I kind of was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, you know. But she was like, well, minute this one, you're wrong. This one, you're wrong.
She was time stamping it.
But I'm not wrong. That's my opinion. These are all my opinion. These is what I think, what it is. It's not necessarily true. I'm not stating that all this is true. This is not the word.
No.
of Dan, which it
And
should
that's-
be.
and
But
that's-
no, it's just
And that's
joking.
paranormal too.
Right. You know, and
Like-
it's just my opinion on what what I've researched and what
Yep.
I've come to. And it's my own conclusion. Everybody's going to have their own thing. Everybody's going to have their own thing about Kendrick. They're going to think that he wasn't murdered, or he wasn't this, or
It was his.
she, you know,
It was an accident.
right. It was an accident, or this and that. I understand that. Everybody has their, that's about being a human.
Yep.
Everybody has their choice.
And I think that's why I
So-
also put that in the beginning of.
Yeah. Don't come after us when you're watching this and be like, well, you know, this is wrong. And I don't know where.
Again, we don't
Well, and
spend
again,
8
I
hours
don't-
of
it's not.
research.
This is something fun. I don't get paid to do this. Most podcast true crime people are getting paid to do that.
No, we're not getting paid.
The one I watched, the lady had awards hanging on her wall. I mean, it was like, we're not getting paid. We're coming on
No.
Tuesday nights to spend some time with some friends.
And this is fun for me. I love true crime.
And it's amazing that you guys come out and watch us and support us. And
Yeah.
I'm just so humbled about that.
Yeah.
That you guys want to spend your Tuesday night listening to me talk.
And it's fun because, like, for instance, I've never heard about the Cassidy Rainwater case. Laura's the one that found out about it
Just
and told us.
that
and
just
then,
totally blew my mind when I started looking at it and I saw the story. I was like, wait a minute, I know this.
yeah. And like,
I'm like, that was crazy.
and that's just like crazy. And it's just fun. It's literally like we do this out of our Tuesday night and we just talk about true crime. It's something that I like to enjoy talking about. And now I've roped you into it.
Next
and-
week's going to be fun. Next week, we're going to talk about what happened this weekend at Arcadia.
Well, you will.
Well, I will, because Maddie won't be there.
Hey, I already
Um,
planned this a while ago.
So we'll talk about that. And I think we'll just do some videos. We'll do like,
We'll do some videos.
we'll look
and do
at the
some
videos that
fun.
you think they're real, or some scary videos that we come across. I've been coming across some. This one video is just creepy as shit.
Well,
I'm like, I scratch my head
I
to
still
it.
have that video of that 3 doppelganger, or the 3 the one that I showed I think it was last week or whatever.
Yeah, we already saw that video.
Yeah, I know, but like things like that have been popping up more on my
Yeah,
feed
yeah.
page.
I have a bunch of videos I've been saving. So
Yeah.
we'll do the recap of over the weekend, and then we'll do some videos and just kind of jibber jabber.
Yeah.
And I think in 2 weeks we'll have a guest
Yeah.
on that will be the weekend of, I'm trying to think. That'll be the weekend after Memorial Day.
Yeah, because I think what we're gonna do is we'll do like a real talk, which is next week. The week after that, I think is gonna be like a.
There'll be a guest.
Well,
I
is
try
that
to
is
get-
that a week? Is that a
That's
guest?
the Tuesday after. Yeah, we can get it.
Is that a guest, or is it? I thought it was we do like a dive, like how we did cryptids. It's like a world one that we
Mm.
dive into a topic.
We'll figure it out. We'll let
Yeah,
you know next
we'll
week.
let you
Next
know.
week though is going to be videos and
Yes, it'll be a real talk
recap.
video.
and stuff like that.
It'll be a real talk. We'll jabber jabber. We'll do a fun
Manny
one.
ain't there. Who will be coming? Come over.
Okay, you know what, Steve?
That will be me, Steve.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Boss
at
man's
the
gonna do
moment
it.
right now, I believe everyone that has bought a ticket are veterans.
Ooh.
So there might not be no rotation.
Mm-hmm. Steve, with my rotation schedule.
But as I want to
You know
say,
what, y'all, you know what? I would love to be able to, for MSP, be like, there's no rotation schedule. But guess what? Y'all will be coming up. What do you want us to do?
yeah,
Where should I go? So when it's not there, y'all want to say, where do you want us? Where do you want us? But guess what? You never have to ask that. And you know exactly where you need to be.
that's right. All right, everybody. I want to say
Oh.
thank you for coming out and
Yes,
watching this
thank you,
tonight.
everybody. Thank you.
for some new people that came out and
Yeah.
watched.
Hope
I
you see you
appreciate
next week.
Hope you come back and visit us.
Yep.
And check us out and everything. We do have fun. Tonight was kind of a serious thing. It wasn't a joking, laughing.
No.
But we do have fun.
We do.
and
You gotta have some
everything.
serious and some fun moments, I feel like.
Yes.
Well, you heard it here, folks.
Oh, I just wanted to say something
What?
too. If you want to go out, I saw that 2 Erics and a Dukers is having.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very upset that I wasn't invited to that.
Well, you're not Eric or Duker, so.
I know, but it could have been a dank. It could have been 2 Erics, a Duker, and a dank.
Oh, that's
I'm
gonna be
so
funny.
heartbroken, guys. I see how you guys are.
Okay.
Can't join the fun.
Whatever.
Anyway, go check them out.
Yes, go check it out. You heard it here, folks.
Hey, stay weird. See you
Bye,
next week.
guys.